about 2009, I fell in love. She was tall, Southern beauty. She was smart. She was modern. I just saw a whole new way of life for myself. Well, I'm talking about a distribution center. I hope everybody picked up on that. I hope I didn't lead anybody astray. What I'm referring to is I was given a task to consolidate 6 distribution centers into one large 850,000 square foot center in a beautiful southern coastal city. The legacy buildings had different degrees of modernization, I'll call it. One of them had a Tier 1 WMS. They had a modification to allow overpack operations. We had RF technology. So in its day, it was pretty advanced. We had an overflow building, was just what you do with an overflow building, nothing. And then the other operations in Fort Payne, Alabama were completely manual. But they all worked. There was no magic to the one that had the tools versus the ones that didn't. They fit their business model. In fact, the facilities in Fort Payne had a deal with a major big box retailer, drop and hook program where they filled up trailers, they put them out in the yard, the retailer picked them up, dropped off some empties, and they just did that like clockwork. It was really a nice, clean operation. And of course, we had to monkey with that. So we went in and moved those operations into an 850,000 square foot center. And it was a beautiful building. It had 65-foot ceilings, as I recall, had conveyor that stretched as far as you could see, sortation system. It had specially designed equipment that fit into the top of the building so that the operators were comfortable going up as high as they had to go, and good spot to take a nap, but that was a different problem we ran into. So we were all excited. We thought we had really taken these manual processes, these old-fashioned things, and really made them better. I mean, how could we not, right? Old paper picking, all this stuff, move it into this new building, all this technology, WMS, conveyor systems, everything you think you want, until we plugged it in. And when we plugged it in, we found out that we had extremely overcomplicated what was a very simple solution. For us to get a case to complete an order took forever. We didn't do our groundwork. We didn't understand what we were trying to do. We didn't understand where this technology helped us and where it hindered us. We should have split up the businesses based on that customer profile, but we were just so confident that taking something from a manual, old school model into an advanced, highly technologically supported model could only be better. How does that happen? We'll look at some examples of companies that made that decision and maybe missed something. And the point isn't to pick at people, it's just to talk about what can happen, what can get missed, what ends up happening when you miss, and how can you avoid that as you go forward.